Hi everyone, welcome back. I am so excited to be filming today. I took a little time off. I have been a little bit sick and under the weather. I still am a little congested, so if I sound different, that's why. But I'm feeling much better and I just really want to film today, so we're gonna do it. And I want to talk about my Sephora sale wish list. So that's what we're going to be kind of chatting about today, and I figured I would do it while I'm doing my makeup. I just think that's a little more fun, and I'll just kind of go through everything that's on my radar and kind of chat with you about it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe and let's get into it. Hopefully I'm not too sniffly in this video. I thought by now this would be gone, but apparently not, so bear with me. I'm sorry if I sound like nasally. That's just how it is right now. But first we'll start out with some primer. I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer today. And let me actually pull up my loves list on Sephora. That's kind of how I've been doing it this time around for the sale. Okay, we'll start, I guess, just in the order that I typically apply product. So the first thing that's kind of on my mind is actually a primer from Hourglass, and it's the Vanish Airbrush Primer. I have never tried a primer from Hourglass, and I feel like that one seems to get really great reviews. I don't know that I've ever heard anyone say they don't like that primer. And I'm just kind of curious. As you probably know, I've been on a little bit of a primer journey, like probably the last year, I guess. I've just been really testing them out, trying to find the ones that I really like. And I'm curious about that one. Let me know if you've tried it. So I think that primer is more of a like smoothing type primer for your foundation. But I have another one on here, and this one is very, very bougie. I don't know if I'll end up buying this or not, but I keep seeing things about it, and it's really got me curious. And it's the Valentino V-Lighter. Yeah, V-Lighter Illuminating Face Primer with hyaluronic acid. So I keep seeing people, the last person I saw talk about that was Lauren May Beauty here on YouTube, who I love, and she was saying that that primer, believe it or not, is actually worth the price tag. So I don't know. I really don't need another glowy primer, but that one has just really, really piqued my interest, and the reviews on it are very good. It almost has 4.5 stars still, which is pretty good for a primer. I don't know. Let me know if you've tried it, but those are kind of the two priming products that I'm interested in. I lied. There's one more priming product that I have on here, and it's the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Primer. Have you guys seen that? I feel like that's been out. I mean, it's not a super old product. It's definitely newer, but I have never tried anything from Danessa Myricks, and every time I see someone using that primer, it just looks really nice, kind of like a serum type primer. And I think it has some, not shimmer in it, but it definitely is more of like a glowy primer. So that's the other one. I'll probably, or I definitely will choose between that one and the Valentino primer. So if you've tried either of them and you have thoughts, please let me know in the comments. Now I'm going in with the Pixie Corrector under my eyes in Brightening Peach. I haven't even been wearing makeup for almost a week now, which is very unlike me. So I'm very, very anxious to put on some makeup today because it's fun, and when I don't do it, I miss it. Okay, moving on to foundations that I have my eye on. Typically, every sale, I have multiple foundations on my list just because foundation and concealer, I live for those. I love to try a new foundation. The first one, and I really want your guys' opinion on this if you have tried it, is the Clinique Even Better Serum Foundation. Okay, have you guys tried that? because I have been seeing that pop up so much lately. I feel like Lisa J, who I love here on YouTube, has been raving about that foundation. I also saw Julia Adams using it and raving about it. And the only foundation I've ever tried from Clinique was, I think it's actually discontinued now, but it's the Even Better Glow. And it's kind of like a skin tint, but that's the only foundation I've tried from Clinique. But I keep seeing this Even Better Clinical on a lot of people lately, and it just looks so nice and pretty. So let me know if you've tried it. So that one is definitely on my list. Another one that is on my list is the Valentino foundation. I haven't tried anything from Valentino yet, and I'm very, very curious about it. I saw, who was it? I think it was Nikki LaRose. She was talking about that in one of her most recent videos and that she loved that one. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have tried it. I am just kind of curious about it. And then something else that I am very, very curious about, and this has been on my list for quite a while. So I actually tried to buy this foundation on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and my shade was sold out pretty quick, which is very annoying. This is not a new product, but the Estee Lauder Double Wear Sheer Foundation, if you've tried that, please let me know. I've been seeing people talk about that for a long time, but particularly Shelby Wilson here on YouTube, she just did a video not that long ago about her, I think it was like her top 5 Holy Grail foundations or something like that. And that was one of them. And I have never tried that. I've tried the original Double Wear, and then I tried the Hydra Rescue years ago, but I've never tried Double Wear Sheer. So I'm very intrigued by that. That's just the kind of thing I really like. I love a like lighter base product like that, and then just using concealer to spot conceal. So that one is also on my list. One other thing, and this is something that's also been on my list forever, and I'm not sure how I've never actually gotten it, and it's the Nars Tinted Moisturizer. It's so funny, my mom, she asks me all the time, like, have you tried the Nars Tinted Moisturizer? Have you tried the Nars Tinted Moisturizer? And I'm always like, no, but I need to. I guess she's seen a bunch of people talk about it. I don't know. But that one is on my list also. I think that one has been very popular for a long time. I've just never tried it. I've tried pretty much every foundation formula from Nars except that one. Just realized there is one more foundation that is also on my list. I told you I'm a foundation girl, so I always have many on my list, but it's the Westman Atelier Stick Foundation. Now, I don't know a whole lot about that foundation. I mainly just want to try it because I've just become pretty obsessed with that brand in general. I don't have, let's see, I guess I only have one stick foundation. Is that right? Yeah, I think I only have one stick foundation, and it's the Merit Minimalist stick, which that one I really love. So I wonder if the Westman Atelier is similar to that. I would assume it probably is. But that's another thing that's on my list. And also the foundation I put on today, I don't think I even said what it was, but it's the Patrick Ta Major Skin, which I love. And now we're going in with Biscuit from Westman Atelier. Okay, so that was it for foundations. I think that was like 5 or 6, which is crazy. Moving on to concealers. I know 2 of them off the top of my head. Valentino, again, the Valentino concealer. I think it came out after the foundation. Very curious about that. I don't know. If I end up getting the Valentino foundation, I might get the Valentino concealer to try with it. I don't know. But I also really want to try the Givenchy new concealer. I've had that one on my list since it came out, actually. I've been kind of waiting on that one because I knew I would want to get it during the sale. So that one I definitely want to try. And I've seen pretty much nothing but good reviews about that concealer. So that one I'm thinking is a definite will pick up during the sale. Also, the next video that you see from me after this one will be my recommendations. So that is coming because I know a few of you have asked me if I'd be doing one of those. And yes, that will be the next video. I also have quite a few bronzers and, well, actually mostly blushes. Not as many bronzers, but of course, because I love blush. But I do really want to get the Pat McGrath bronzer that just came out. And I thought about ordering it when it came out on the Pat McGrath website, but I thought, oh, well, I'll just wait for the sale. Well, they have the bronzers online now, but they're not all the colors. They only have 5 of the 8 colors. So of course, the color that I want is not one of the 5 colors that they have on Sephora, of course. So I don't know if I'll end up just ordering it from Pat McGrath or not. I was hoping maybe they would add it later to Sephora, but I feel like if they were going to, they would have done that by now. So I don't know, but that is on my list. I really wanted, I think it's the second to lightest shade, which is Nude Honey. And I think they have the lighter one and then one up from Nude Honey, but not Nude Honey. So I don't know about that. Maybe I'll end up getting a different color. I don't know if they'll even have them in the stores or not. I would love to see them in person, honestly. But that is definitely on my list as far as bronzers. I guess actually that's really the only bronzer that I have on my list. By the way, I'm using Rare Beauty blush in Worth, and I mixed it with the Illuminizer in Enchant, which is like a light pinky color. So we'll move on to my favorite thing ever, which is blush. I always have a ton of blushes, of course. It's one of my favorite things. I definitely want to get another color in the Makeup by Mario blushes. I have Poppy Pink by him, which is the like really bright pink, obviously. Really want to get Mellow Mauve, which has not really been on my radar, but I saw those of you that follow Nikki LaRose here on YouTube, she recently did a video where she tried every single blush formula in Sephora, and I'm not kidding, every single blush. And for the Makeup by Mario powder blushes, that was the one that she had, Mellow Mauve, and it looks so pretty on her. So I know that is one. Oh, I know the other blush that's really like on my radar, and it's the Haus Labs, the new matte blushes. I am very curious about those. I, of course, am really interested in the pink one, the like hot pink, but I also am kind of interested in, I don't remember the names of them, but there's one that's more peachy, like a lighter peachy nude. So those are definitely on my radar. I don't know. I say these things are on my radar, and then what's funny is typically I'm planning to go in store on Friday when the sale starts if you're Rouge. But typically I do end up getting some of the stuff on my list, but then I also end up getting stuff that was not anywhere near my radar at all. So we'll see. I feel like with blushes, I mean, I always have like a list of them that I'm curious about, but I feel like blush is one of those things when I see them in person a lot of times, that's what really gets me. So I don't know. We will see what I end up with. There's just so many blushes that I like that I would like to have a different color in, and there's still blushes that I've never tried. I've never tried the Laura Mercier blushes, which is kind of crazy. I feel like those have been around for a long time. Never tried those. I'm also curious about the new Danessa Myricks blushes. I'm not even sure what they're called, but they're the little like balmy looking blushes. I'm also curious about those, but I'm definitely curious about the Haus Labs blushes and that Makeup by Mario blush. Okay, and if you are wondering what concealer this is the, where is it? This one, the LYS Triple Fix. I never use this concealer, to be honest. I don't even really know how I feel about it. I have it in my everyday makeup drawer right now, so I wanted to use it, but I wear the shade LN6. Also, speaking of concealer, I just thought of something else that I'm kind of curious about, but I think I would have to order this, but the Tom Ford stick concealer, I don't even remember the name of it now. Maybe the Traceless concealer. Anyway, I'm very curious about that concealer. I've never tried a Tom Ford concealer before, and I'm curious. I've seen some pretty good reviews of it, so I'm also thinking about that, but at the same time, I don't know. Tom Ford, I love it, don't get me wrong, but I always feel like maybe I could find some of the stuff at the cosmetics company store a lot of the times. So that makes me a little bit apprehensive about buying it from like Sephora. But anyway, that one is also on my list. As far as powders go, I don't really have a powder on my list at the moment. Yeah, I don't really have a powder that I'm thinking about. I have a lot of powders that I really like right now. So for powder, I don't really have anything. And then as far as like a highlight goes, the only thing that is on my list is the Merit highlighter in Kava. I feel like I see rave reviews of that highlight all the time, and I honestly can't believe I don't have it at this point. I was watching, it was Andrea Ali, who I love. She's a fantastic makeup artist here on YouTube. You guys probably know who she is, but she did a video a while back of like holy grail type products, and that highlight was one of her holy grails, and ever since then it's kind of been on my list. And then as far as brows, again, I don't really have any brow products that I'm thinking of too much, other than I am thinking about getting Boy Brow from Glossier. I don't know why. I've tried that years ago, but I haven't had it in a long time. And I feel like when I had mine, I had the tinted one, and I kind of want to try just the original one, the clear one. So that's really the only brow product on my list. I'm going in now, by the way, with the powder that comes with the Patrick Ta foundation. I just topped my blush off and realized I wasn't filming it, but I just used the Sublime blush from Hourglass. You guys, this is such a beautiful blush. It just goes with everything. Every time I use it, I'm just like blown away by how pretty it is over everything. So I wanted to mention that. Okay, let's do my brows. As far as like eye products for the sale, like eyeshadow and stuff, I don't have a ton on my radar. Again, it's funny when I say I don't have a ton on my radar, because I'll say that and then I'll go in store and see tons of eye products, which is just funny. But I do have something from Hourglass on my list, and again, this is not a new product. I've just never tried them, but I kind of want to get one of the scattered light single shadows. I remember those were super popular a few years ago, and I don't know, lately I have been so into single shadows. I don't know why, but that's just kind of been my thing lately. So I kind of want to get one of those, like one of the really neutral ones, obviously, that would go with everything. And then one newer thing that I did see that I'm kind of curious about is there are some new Bobbi Brown shadow sticks, but they are dual ended. So you get two different colors, And I've actually tried, and I own quite a few of the Bobbi Brown sticks, and they're really great. They're pretty much identical in formula to the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks, but I really like them. And I'm kind of curious about those new ones that are double-ended, so that is also kind of on my radar. I'm trying to think if I even have any eyeshadow palettes on my radar. I feel like I don't. Yeah, I just haven't been as into palettes lately, but like I said, we'll see what I end up coming home with and what I end up ordering. Okay, I just went in with the Rare Beauty eye primer on my eyelids, and for eyeshadow today, I'm going to use some of the Armani liquid shadows, and we'll move on to, oh no we won't, one more thing, one more eye product, and I need you guys to tell me what your honest opinion is. Do you think I will like the new Pat McGrath eye quad, the one that came out with the bronzers? I have it on my loves list, and already somehow it's sold out on Sephora, but I don't know how it could be sold out already because it's brand new, but it already says out of stock, so I don't know about that. But let me know what you think about that. I just love those 4 colors in there, but let me know what you think. I have only ever tried one Pat McGrath palette. I like it. I wasn't like blown away by it. So let me know what you think, but that one is definitely really, really pulling at me. So I'm using, let's see, what shade is this? These are really nice, by the way, by Armani. They did send these to me. This is 22M. That I just put all over my eyes, but it's a really pretty like one and done shadow. All right, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, the only other thing eye-wise is I am very, very curious about one of the new Give eyeliners. So Gwen Stefani, her brand Give, I'm sure you know what it is. She just recently released some cream to powder eyeshadows, and I actually already bought one of them and I love it. We'll talk about that in another video, but she also came out with some eyeliners, and there's one that's like a really pretty mossy green color. And when I was in Sephora not that long ago, I was playing around with some of the shades and I swatched that eyeliner, and I almost bought it then, but I was like, no, wait until the sale. First of all, it lasted on my hand, the swatch did, all day long. I even washed my hands multiple times, and even after I got out of the shower that night, I still had it on my hand, which is just insane to me, but that has been on my list also. I'm gonna take, that by the way is a really pretty color, and this Armani eye tint, this is 44S. It's like a light pinky champagne color. Now I'm going to take this one, what is this? Shade 10. And I'm trying to find a small brush. So I'm going to take this 209 from BK Beauty. It's like a little small brush, and I am going to apply this on the outer half of my lash line really lightly. This one is kind of like a bronzy taupey color. Very pretty. And I'm going to take a fluffier brush and just kind of go over it just to kind of soften it. And then I think everything else pretty much are lip products, and then I do have a few random things. Okay, first, of course, I feel like every brand is coming out with lip oils right now. It's crazy. But Merit just released some lip oils. I think there's 4 of them. And I am a sucker for a lip oil, so That one is very intriguing to me, but I don't know if I'll end up getting it or not. Honestly, if I see it in store and I like it, I probably will. That's kind of the person that I am in terms of shopping. I can sometimes resist things online, but then if I see it in person and I really like it, then I'm in trouble. That's just kind of how I am when it comes to shopping. But the Merit lip oils are kind of on my list. I also really want to get another shade of the YSL, I think it's Volupte. I may be saying that wrong, but the one, I only have one of them. I have the shade 44. They're like the shiny, kind of balmy lipsticks from YSL. I kind of want to get another one of those because I love the one that I have. And I'm also using this. You guys, this is so good. This is something, this will be in my recommendations video, but this is such a pretty shadow from Sephora. It's the Colorful Metal Effect eyeshadow in the shade Milky Way. Look at this. Nobody talks about these, but this is a beautiful eyeshadow. If you like that really wet, reflective lid. They have a bunch of colors. I just really liked this one, but these are stunning. What other lip products do I have on here? I just saw, oh, you know what else I have on here is the Westman Atelier, the Squeaky Clean lip balms. I have one of them in the shade Nana that I love. It's like a light beigey color. I love that one so much that I kind of want to get a second one. I'm trying to think, do I have any I feel like I don't have any lip liners on my list this time, which is very unusual because I love lip liner. Also, can we just take a second for this eyeshadow because I absolutely love this. Sometimes, honestly, I like my eyeshadow the best when I just sit here and don't think about it at all and just grab things that I have like sitting around me. I think that's pretty much it for makeup. I have some other random things on my list that I figured that I would share with you. So I have a few hair things. I don't typically buy a ton of hair stuff during the sale, but I kind of want to try the Color Wow hair mask. I think it's called the Money Mask, maybe. It's in like a big blue jar. I have heard great things about that brand. I think it's Chris Appleton's hair brand. I've heard great things about it. I've just never tried anything from them. So that is definitely on my list. And then there was something else hair-wise. Oh, I've also been testing out for the last few weeks the K18 treatment, the one that I'm sure you've seen it all over everywhere, and I actually am really liking it. They came out with something new. It's the Molecular Repair Hair Oil, and I am thinking about getting that. I love hair oil personally because my hair is pretty coarse in texture and it can definitely be on the dry side. So I'm thinking about getting that since I'm using the K18 treatment already. By the way, I am using the Rare Beauty mascara right now. Can we just take a second for the Rare Beauty mascara? So good. Oh, by the way, also I've gotten some questions too. Oops, I didn't curl this side. I've gotten some questions too if I'm still using Lilash on my lashes, and yes, I am. And I actually just started a new tube of it like a week ago. But yes, I am still using it, and I do have a discount code now that is in the description box. Should be in the description box always now moving forward. But yes, I am still using it and loving it. A few other random things that I'm wanting is the Patrick Ta dual-ended sculpting brush. It's one of his newer brushes that I think he released with his new shades in his contour duos. He came out with a brush that is dual-ended and I really want it. I, as you know, love Patrick Ta. I love that brand very much, so I know I want to get that. And then something else super random, and please let me know if you've tried this before, but Dior makes, and it's also on my list, they make a nail polish. Yes, I know this is so random. I would have to order it, but a little backstory. So I recently took off my dip polish on my nails, and right now I just have normal polish on them that I did myself. But Dior makes this nail polish, and I've looked at this before, but at the time I was getting dip and I didn't really have a need for it. It's called the Dior Nail Glow. I'll put pictures up on the screen of what I can in this video, but it's like a light clear pink nail polish, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, is something just that looks really natural and honestly kind of see-through, so that I can see my natural nails kind of peek through. So I've had that on my list for a while. I put it back on here since I don't have my dip polish anymore. So let me know if you've tried that, because I'm also curious about that. And then one more thing is the new Kosas SPF, the one in the pink bottle. I think it just came out. It's like brand new. Kind of interested in that, although I have so many SPFs at the moment, and a lot of them I really like, so I don't know if I'll end up getting that or not, but that is also on my list. This that I just applied is Rare Beauty lip liner in Worthy. I'm just kind of pulling things out. Let's use a little bit of Rare Beauty lipstick in Creative. These are super pigmented, so I find that I like to apply them by kind of applying it and then blending it with my finger. I think I might just put a little bit of this on top. This is the new Summer Fridays lip balm in Pink Sugar. I really like this actually. They also smell amazing. They smell like, I think they kind of smell like sugar cookies. It smells so good. All right, you guys, that is gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me and just talking about things that are on my wish list for the Sephora sale. I figured this would be a little more fun than me just sitting and telling you. So hopefully you enjoyed this format. The next video that you see will be my recommendations, so be on the lookout for that. And thank you for hanging out with me and being patient with me. I'm sorry that I've been absent for a few days, but I will be back, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys, so thank you. I will make sure to list and link everything below that I used today. They are affiliate links, so if you use them, I do make a small commission, so thank you so much if you do choose to do that. And thank you for being here. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you're following me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1, and I will see you next time for another video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.